So you're thinking about moving to Milwaukee. One of the first questions you probably have for yourself is, what does your budget actually get you? Because a $350,000 home is going to look very different from a $500,000 home. And once you start getting into that $750,000 range, you're going to begin entering a completely different level of neighborhood, home style, and lifestyle. So today, let's walk through what some of these three price points actually get you in the greater Milwaukee area. My name is William Loos. I'm your host with Moving to Milwaukee and the local real estate pro out of the greater Milwaukee area. I help buyers buy and I help sellers sell every day in the area and in southeastern Wisconsin. You know, a lot of people that I work with are relocating here from other cities. And one of the biggest things that they are trying to understand is how far exactly does their money go? So in today's video, I actually want to break down a few different specific price points and what homes tend to look like in some of these different price points specifically. And I'm talking $350,000, $500,000, and $750,000. And what kind of neighborhoods and lifestyle you're likely looking at and what comes with them. So let's begin around the $350,000 range. At this specific price point in the Milwaukee area, you're looking at a lot of solid, well-built homes that may have some updates. Some of them may not be all fully renovated as well. Most homes around some specific neighborhoods, you're talking around 3 bedrooms, 1.5 to 2 bathrooms, and roughly between 1,400 to around 2,000 square feet of living space. So you're getting actually quite a bit of home for the dollar amount. And this all, of course, again, depends on the neighborhood specifically. But you'll often see a lot of classic Milwaukee style homes with good structure, mature neighborhoods, and a lot of character. And in some suburbs around the city, this price range specifically can get you a very comfortable home with a yard and even a little bit more space too as well. But at the same time as well, it is important to understand that homes at this price point can move quickly due to the affordability because they will attract a lot of buyers right off the bat. First-time buyers, relocation buyers, and local families are often competing in this range. The biggest advantage at this price point is what you were getting for the value. You can still get a very well-built home in a good neighborhood without stretching your budget too far. I think a home like where I'm standing in right now and walking around, this is going to be right in that $350,000 price point. Now in this home specifically, we're talking right around Greenfield, West Allis neighborhoods. So this is going to be on the western part of Milwaukee County. Now, homes like this, you'll get mostly 3 beds, 1 or a couple bathrooms, and right around 1,500 square feet of living space. So you actually get quite a bit of home for the money in a home such as this. And if you notice, you might even get a little bit of modern touches throughout if you know where to find those specific homes. So it adds a little bit of good newish charm. Now, when you move up into the $500,000 range, the options will start to expand a little bit. At this level, you will often see some larger homes, more updated interiors, and in many cases, some strong neighborhood locations. Homes around this price point commonly will fall in between 2,000 and a little more than 3,000 square feet of living space, so it's going to be a little larger. And of course, again, depends on the area. Buyers will usually start to see features like more updated kitchens, some modern layouts, and some more outdoor spaces to them. In many cases, the price range also opens up access to some of the more desirable suburban communities around the greater Milwaukee area. Schools, parks, walkability, overall neighborhood feel often are very strong factors here. Now the $500,000 range, it's going to get you something roughly very similar to what I'm walking in right around now. It's going to get you roughly around 3 beds, maybe 4 beds, about 1.5, maybe 2 bathrooms, and roughly around a couple thousand square feet. This one's a little more on the low end of the spectrum, but it's still plenty of home for what you're getting for the money, and you're in a fantastic location such as Brookfield, Wauwatosa, or some areas around Waukesha, Wisconsin. And some spots at this price point will include a full finished basement with a little bit of build-out, as well as even a little bit of extra land in the parcel itself, and maybe even a little bit of both, but that's if you know where to look. And for many buyers that are relocating here from higher cost markets, this is the range where they start realizing just how much more home that they can get compared to where they're coming from. Now, once you start moving up into the $750,000 range for homes, you will begin entering a completely different tier of homes. At this level, you're going to often see a lot larger properties, higher end finishes, and neighborhoods that carry strong long-term value. Homes in this price range are going to frequently offer 3,000 or more square feet of living space. Now, these are going to have updated kitchens, modern layouts, and more of a refined design details within. Buyers may also start seeing homes in some more sought after areas around Milwaukee where location becomes a major part of the value. Things like proximity to the lake, walkable neighborhoods, or desired suburban communities often come into play here. And for buyers who are relocating from other major cities, this price point can sometimes deliver a level of home and lifestyle that would cost significantly more in other markets. And to give an example of what a $700,000 plus home looks like in Wisconsin, there are plenty of neighborhoods with homes in that price point, but I'm actually taking you through what is a newer subdivision here in Milwaukee. This is Cardinal Meadow, what I am walking through here. It's a small but thriving little area right in Milwaukee off of Valley View Court, and it's very close to Highway 16 and the I-94 freeway, so you get plenty of great access all throughout the Milwaukee and Waukesha area. Now, the homes in this neighborhood are going to be built by local builder Bielinski Homes. They will consist mainly of 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and around a couple of thousand square feet of living space. Now, it's a little shorter than what I described homes to be at that price point to begin with, but with Bielinski Homes, this local builder, you're actually getting a lot of really good high quality in materials for the homes that they build. So what you're trading off of in living space, you're actually gaining a bit in terms of quality of the finished product. Now, the key thing to understand is that Milwaukee is going to offer a wide range of value depending on your budget. At $350,000, you can still find homes with strong character. Around $500,000, you begin seeing larger homes and a little more desirable neighborhoods. And by the time you reach $750,000 and up, you're entering a completely different level of home and lifestyle options for yourself. Understanding each of these differences can make a huge impact when you're deciding where to focus on your home search. If you're thinking about moving to Milwaukee or anywhere in the southeast Wisconsin area and you want help understanding which neighborhoods or price ranges make the most sense for you, feel free to reach out. Give me a call, send me a text, write me an email, drop me a line anytime. My contact info is in the description below. I work with buyers relocating to the area all the time, and I'm happy to help you navigate the market yourself. And if you want more insights into the neighborhoods, housing trends, and what living in the greater Milwaukee area is really like, be sure to hit that subscribe button, stay in the loop for when I release new content as I show you around the area. That's exactly what this channel is here to help with. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time.